doesn't. There is little we can do if this president ignores the law in a timely fashion. Our process is to go to the court. The court is likely not to rule quickly, and just as when, and it's an old example, but Andy Jackson, the founder of the Democratic Party, if you will, in the Trail of Tears, defied the Supreme Court and marched Native Americans to their death. The fact is, it is very hard to stop a president from doing something if he's willing to ignore the law and his oath.
You know, what about the importance of the naval base? Do you see any dynamic changing with whether or not we continue to be there at all after these discussions with Cuba?
Well, we have a lease in perpetuity, and for the president to void a lease may be a little bit more complicated than just saying so. The fact is that if Congress determines that the lease is not authorized to be voided, it is a lease in perpetuity, he may order the military to leave. I have to be quite candid. It is the decision that U.S. military leaders have to make. Are they going to obey an unlawful order? An unlawful order to move people from Guantanamo, an unlawful order to close the base. So these are decisions for the U.S. military. And earlier I mentioned Andy Jackson. Remember, the Trail of Tears was only possible, the murder of those Native Americans was only possible because, in fact, the military obeyed an order in violation of the U.S. Supreme Court. So do I believe that the military may push back on the president if he's giving him an unlawful order? Actually, I do. I can see flag officers resigning rather than obeying a clearly unlawful order.
I want to talk quickly about the president.